welcome to your sleep story. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Whatever this day was, however long it felt, however much it held, it is behind you now, completely behind you. You made it through, and that is everything. So let's begin. Before I take you anywhere tonight, I want to count you down from 10 to 1. And as I count, I want you to allow yourself to sink just a little deeper into wherever you are right now. Feel the weight of your body. Feel what is beneath you, holding you. And with each number, just let go a little more. 10. Allow your eyes to close. Gently, completely. There is nothing you need to see right now. 9. Feel your shoulders and let them drop as far as they want to go. 8. A slow breath in through the nose. 7. And all the way out. 6. Your hands. Feel them opening. Whatever you've been holding today, you can put it down now. 5. Your jaw is soft. Your face is soft. 4. Your legs are heavy, warm. 3. You're drifting, not asleep yet, but moving that way. 2. The day is behind you, completely and entirely behind you. 1. And now, tonight's sleep story, the relaxation. Before we go anywhere, I want to stay here with you for a moment. Just here, just now, because this moment, this exact moment right now, where you are lying in the quiet, deserves a little attention, a little kindness. Take a breath in for me, from the very bottom of the belly. Good, and let it go. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine that everything you were carrying today, every worry, every unfinished thought, every heavy thing is just leaving with that breath, just drifting away. You don't have to solve anything tonight. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't have to be anything other than exactly what you are right now. A person who deserves rest. A person who deserves sleep. Because you do. You really do. Whatever happened today, whatever was hard, whatever felt heavy, you made it through. You are here. And that is enough. That is more than enough. You are safe. And you are here. Bring your awareness gently to your feet now. Just notice them and allow them to soften. The toes uncurling, the arches releasing. All the small held tension of the day simply letting go. Let that softness travel upward, through the calves, through the knees, the thighs. All of it warm, all of it heavy, all of it resting now. Your lower back, your hips. Allow yourself to feel the surface beneath you taking your weight completely, fully. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The earth has you. The building has you. The belly soft. The chest soft. The heart beating steadily as it always has, as it always will. Your shoulders dropping, your arms heavy and warm, your hands open and still, the neck long and loose, and your face, let the jaw go. Let the forehead smooth. Let the eyes be completely still behind their lids. There you are, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, completely soft, completely warm, completely at rest. You've done beautifully. Now, let me take you somewhere the children have gone home, and the classroom is still, and the chalk dust is settling, and the teacher is sitting in the quiet that only comes after the last bell of the year. Come with me. The school, a village school, old, built in the 19th century. Red brick, the Victorian red brick of the English village school. The school that was built when the Education Act made school available to every child, when the villages put up these modest, serious, purposeful buildings. 2 classrooms, a small hall, the head teacher's office, the cloakrooms, the narrow corridors where the coats hang and the boots line up, and the smell of wet wool has been present every winter since the school was built. Not large, a village school, perhaps 60 children on its roll, the same school for 140 years, the same building, the same red brick, the same tall windows, the tall windows of the Victorian school, designed to let in the maximum light from above, while keeping small children from looking out during lessons. The windows, still here, still letting in the light. The bell, it rang at 3:30, the last bell of the year, the summer term ending, the last day of school, and the bell not an electric bell, not a buzzer. This school has kept its original bell, the iron bell that hangs above the main entrance, that has rung the end of the school day for 140 years. Its particular sound, high, clear, carrying across the village, the children hearing it from inside the classroom, the sound changing the room, the mood shifting instantly, the summer beginning, the chairs scraping, the bags grabbed, the corridor filling, the voices, the running, not in the corridor. They are not supposed to run in the corridor, but the barely contained running, the walking that is almost running, the front door opening, the day pouring out, the children into the summer, and then, quiet, the classroom after they have gone, the classroom, still, their desks in their rows, each desk with its chair, the chairs at angles, the angles of a quick departure, not pushed in, the children gone too fast for pushing in chairs, the pencils on the desks, some of them, the ones dropped, the ones left behind, a rubber, a pencil case, someone's left behind, waiting to be found in September, or not, the drawings on the wall, the term's work, the animals and the maps and the self-portraits, the self-portrait gallery, the children's faces drawn by themselves, their particular rendering of themselves, no two alike, the children present in their drawings, though the children are gone. Miss BLACKWLL. Her name is Miss Blackwell. She is 57. She has been teaching in this school for 29 years. This school, this classroom, these desks, the children changing every year, the classroom staying. She came at 28. She thought she would stay for a year or two. the way people think, before the place becomes theirs. She is still here, 29 years. The children she taught in her first year have children of their own now. Some of those children are in her class. She taught the parent. She is teaching the child. The continuity of it, not something she planned, simply what happened. She stayed. The school kept going. The children kept coming. She kept teaching. The quiet after, the last bell, the children gone, the parents waiting at the gate where the children collected, where the summer began. She watched them go. She always watches them go on the last day. The last day is different from the other days. The other days, she is glad when they go, not glad to be rid of them, glad for the peace, for the end of the effort, for the necessary quiet. The last day, she watches them go. Each one, she knows each one. 28 children in her class this year. She knows every one of them, not just their names, their particular qualities. The child who finds reading hard and has been trying all year. The child who draws extraordinary things but cannot sit still. The child who is kind in ways that no one else notices. She knows them. She has known them for a year. She will not see them again until September, when they will have changed, as children change in the summer, more than at any other time. She watches the last one go. She goes back inside. She sits at her desk. The desk, her desk, at the front of the room. Old, the teacher's desk of the Victorian school. The desk that is raised slightly on a low platform. The platform that gave the teacher the view of the whole class. That was the idea of the Victorian school. The view, the oversight. She does not think of it this way. Her desk is simply her desk, the place where she sits, where the register is kept, where the books she reads aloud from sit. The mug, her mug, with the chip in the rim, present on this desk for 15 years. Still here, still her mug, the mug that has held 29 years of end-of-day teas. She makes tea now, in the staff kitchen. She brings it back to the classroom. She sits. The smell, the classroom, the smell of it. Chalk, the chalk that has been in this room for 140 years. The chalk dust that has settled into every surface. That is in the wood of the desks. That is in the plaster of the walls. That is in the grain of the floorboards. The chalk dust of 140 years of teaching, of writing on the board, of wiping the board, of the chalk breaking, the chalk that falls to the floor, that is swept up, and the powder that is not swept up, that remains in the room, the smell of it, and the children, the smell of children, not unpleasant, simply present. The particular smell of 30 small people in a room for many hours. Their coats, still in the cloakroom, the ones not collected, the forgotten coats, the wool of them, damp with the morning's rain, and something else, something you cannot name, the smell of learning. If learning has a smell, the particular smell of a room where things have been understood, where confusion has become clarity, where the unknown has become known, over and over, for 140 years. The board, the blackboard, at the front of the room. She has not erased it yet. The last thing written on it, the date, Friday, the day of the year, the last day of term, and below the date, the word of the day. She writes a word of the day every morning, a new word, a word they might not know. She has been doing this for 29 years. Every day, perhaps 5,500 words. Words the children of this village have been given over 29 years. Today's word, she chose it deliberately. Ineffable, that which cannot be put into words. She explained it. The children tried to name things that were ineffable. They surprised her. They always surprise her. The things children find ineffable. The smell of the sea, the feeling of almost remembering something, the way a song makes you feel. Ineffable, the word standing on the board. Still, after they have gone, what she knows, 29 years of children. She knows what children can do. She knows what they can understand. At 6, at 7, at 8, she knows what they find hard and what they find easy. She knows that the ones who find it hard are often the ones who understand it most deeply, eventually. She knows that the quick ones are not always the most capable ones. She knows that kindness is a form of intelligence. She knows that some children arrive knowing things no one taught them. She knows that some children carry things too heavy for their years. She knows how to wait, how to let a child arrive at understanding in their own time, how to be patient with the child who is not ready yet, the patient certainty that they will get there if she waits, if she gives them the space, the time, the word, 29 years of knowing this, in her body, in her hands, in her voice, in the way she moves through the classroom, the way she stops at a desk, the way she does not say, "You are wrong," the way she says, "Try again," the DRAWNGS. On the wall, the term's work. She looks at it. From her desk, the animals, a project they did in March. Each child chose an animal. They researched it. They drew it. They wrote about it. The drawings, the particular quality of children's drawings, the unself-consciousness of them, the seeing that children do when they draw, before they learn to compare their drawings with other drawings, before they learn to think their drawing is wrong. The unfiltered seeing, the line that goes where it goes, because the child's hand goes where the child's eye leads, not corrected, not reconsidered, simply the animal as the child sees it, which is often extraordinary. She has collected some of them over the years, the ones that surprised her, the ones that captured something she did not expect. She does not collect them to compare. She collects them because they show her things. about how the world is seen when it is seen freshly. The window, the tall windows, the light through them, the afternoon light, the summer light. School ends in July. The day's long, the afternoon still bright at 3:30. The light finding the dust in the air, the chalk dust, the light making it visible, the particles floating, settling very slowly, the chalk dust of this afternoon's lesson, the last lesson of the year. They were doing poetry. She read them a poem. She always ends the year with a poem, the same poem she ends every year with. Not the same poem. She chooses a new one each year, but always a poem, always the last thing, the poem that they take into the summer, that works on them over the holidays, that they may not understand fully. That is the point. The poem that is too much for now, that will be understood later, in its own time. Growing still, Miss Blackwell is at her desk. The tea is going cold. The classroom is around her, the desks in their angles, the chalk dust settling, ineffable on the board, the drawings on the wall, the afternoon light through the tall windows. If thoughts are arriving, and they probably are, because that is what minds do, particularly on the last day of a year, they are not staying long. The classroom takes them, the classroom that has been taking the thoughts of children for 140 years. The questions, the confusions, the discoveries, the thoughts come. You notice them. The classroom receives them as it has always received them. You don't need to hold any of them. Just the desk, just the mug with the chip in the rim, just the chalk dust in the light, just the drawings on the wall, just the word on the board. Ineffable peace lives in this classroom, in the chalk and the drawings, and the word of the day, and Miss Blackwell's 29 years of knowing what children need. Tonight it is yours. Good night. You are doing so beautifully. The day is done. You heard the last bell. The children poured out into the summer. Miss Blackwell watched the last one go. The classroom went quiet. The chalk dust settled in the light. The word on the board said, ineffable. The drawings on the wall, the animals still present. The classroom received you, as classrooms have received people for as long as there have been people gathering to learn. With the chalk and the light and the desks and the particular, irreplaceable quality of a room where minds have been at work. Carry it with you on the days when the year feels too long, when the effort is relentless and the end seems distant. Remember the last bell. Remember that the year does end, that the summer comes, that the children pour out through the door into the light. The bell rings. It always rings. The summer always comes. You know the way here now. But tonight, you are already here. The classroom is quiet. The chalk dust is settling. The word is on the board. Sleep now, deeply, completely. You deserve every chalk soft. Light warm, desk still. Summer started, year-ended moment of this rest. Every single one. Good night. Sleep well. The school through the night. The classroom at night. The classroom at night. Empty. The desks in their angles. Still not pushed in. They will be pushed in tomorrow, when Miss Blackwell comes back to tidy, to clear, to prepare the room for September, for the children who will come in September, who are not yet here, who do not know this room yet, who will sit at these desks and look at the board and hear her voice and receive the word of the day and surprise her, as children always surprise her. The classroom waiting, patient for September. The drawings on the wall, the drawings, they will come down before September. She will take them down in August. When she comes back to prepare, she will roll them carefully. She will return them to the children, or keep the ones whose children have left and did not collect them, the drawings staying in a folder in the cupboard, joining the other drawings from other years, the folder that goes back 15 years, the folder of drawings that surprised her. She looks at it sometimes, the drawings, the animals, and the other things, the maps they drew of imaginary places, the portraits of people they loved, the things they drew when given no direction, the things that came out when there was no constraint, the most interesting things, always when there is no constraint, the word on the board, ineffable. It will be there until she erases it when she comes back in August or September, the word standing in the empty room through the summer, ineffable, that which cannot be put into words, the chalk forming the word, the calcium carbonate particles, compressed, written on the slate surface of the board, the word standing, for as long as the chalk holds, for as long as no one opens the window and lets in the rain, for as long as no one brushes past and disturbs it, ineffable, standing in the empty room through the summer. What a classroom holds. A classroom holds more than furniture. The furniture is the evidence, the desks and the chairs, and the board and the shelves. These are the evidence of what a classroom holds. What it holds is the attention of children, the attention of 140 years of children, all that concentrated looking, all that trying to understand, all that confusion and clarity and confusion again, all that learning. It is not in the walls, not in the desks, not in the chalk dust, and yet it is in the room, the way a church holds the prayers of centuries, the way the temple holds Yashoda's years of care, the way the observatory holds the looking of 300 years. The room holds what happened in it, the way rooms do, the way all the rooms in these stories hold what was done in them, what was made, what was given, what was received, the classroom holding it, all of it, for 140 years. The children's summer, the children out in it now, the summer, the long summer of childhood, the summer that seems endless to a child, that is endless. In its own way, the summer that is the time when the things they learned this year settle, when the reading becomes easier without trying, when the arithmetic finds its place without being forced, the summer doing the consolidating work that the classroom began. The children, not knowing this, they are running, they are at the beach, they are in the garden, they are bored, the boredom of childhood's summer. That is also the working of the mind. That is also the consolidation. The children in their summer, the classroom empty, both needed, both part of the same thing. Miss Blackwell's summer. She goes home at 5 or 6 or whenever she is done. She does not rush. The summer is her own, the summer that teachers have, the summer that she has been looking forward to, not because she does not love the work. She loves the work, but the summer to herself, to read, to walk, to think about nothing in particular. The summer of the teacher, earned, profoundly earned. She locks the classroom, the door, the heavy key, the lock that has been locking this door for 100 years. She puts the key in her bag. She walks through the hall. She passes the cloakrooms, the forgotten coats. She makes a note. She will call the parents. She walks through the front door. She looks up at the bell, the iron bell above the entrance. She has looked at this bell for 29 years. She will look at it in September, when she rings it, the new year beginning, the children coming, the classroom filling, but not yet. For now, the summer, hers, the classroom is empty. The desks are at their angles, not pushed in. The chalk dust is settling. Slowly, ineffable is on the board. The drawings are on the wall. The animals, the mug is on the desk. The chip in the rim. The bell is above the door. Silent, the children are in their summer. Running, Miss Blackwell is at home. The summer is hers, profoundly hers. The classroom is waiting, patient, for September, for the children who are coming, who do not know this room yet, who will, and you are sleeping, deeply, completely, peacefully, in the old schoolhouse. After the last bell, the chalk dust, the light, the word on the board, ineffable, that which cannot be put into words. And yet, it is here, in this room, in all the rooms of these stories, the thing that cannot be said, only received. This is exactly where you should be. This is exactly what you deserve. Every chalk soft, light warm, desk still, summer started, year ended moment. Every single one. You are safe. You are held. You are at peace. Good night, dear friend. Sleep well. Sleep deeply. Good night, and